Why, hello, YouTube. We are doing yet another BT11 deck profile today. And today's deck profile looks really good. It looks really appetizing. We have Green OTK, one of the best decks in the BT11 format. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, Mario, why are you making it sound so negative? Because this version of Green OTK has blue cards. It has blue cards. I lost a bet, and now I gotta try blue-green Grandis. It did well in testing. It met my bar. It lost to Black War Greymon on an awkward match because, you know, green bricks sometimes, even with 4 Davis. So that's okay. Not really a big deal. The deck is fine. This is one way you can play Grandis if you want to play Grandis. So if you guys like the deck profile, like, comment, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on Smash Potatoes. That way you know when all these videos come out. Okay. The eggs are always the same. It's the 4 Yokomons when you Digiburst plus 2000. That's really all you need to play. You don't need a 5th egg. You never need a 5th egg, especially if you're not playing Mimi. You definitely don't need a 5th egg. So yeah, the 2000 comes up and makes your Grandis swing for 18k. Really good. That's it. The rookie lineup is really straightforward. We're playing 4 copies of Kakuamon. Inheritable. When you delete a Digimon battle, you gain memory. Yeah, great. 4 Kakua X. It has an on-play or when Digivolving. So if you Digivolve it on a Kakuamon in the battle area, or play it, you reveal top 3 cards, add an insect or a machine to your hand. Not bad. It helps you deck thin, helps you unbrick, helps you get pieces. You kind of need them. And the other rookie we're playing is 4 copies of Terriermon. We don't really need Pomumon. If you're playing against Jesmon or Bloomlord, in my opinion, you should be winning that matchup anyway, so you don't need Pomumon. So that makes Terriermon just kind of better than Pomumon. I'm sure chat will either roast me or say you're a genius. One or the other. Probably roast me. That's what chat needs to do. Oh yeah, Masty too. Yeah, fuck Masty, it's fine. Yeah, 4 Terriermon's fine. That's all you need. Prevent the memory gain. You're all good in the hood. That's it. You kill Masty before they do anything. That's kind of the whole point of the deck. Next is the champions. The 4 Weenmon with Digiburst, gain a memory. Super important. Now, the new card that I stole, stealing only from Jarrett, is the 4 Roachmon. This is just a 3-drop champion that evolves for 1. That's it. That's all it is. It's a champion that lets you... Really? The green screen in the green... This deck profile just can't get any worse, can it? So the 4 Roachmon is there because sometimes you just don't get rookies. We're playing less rookies in this version of Grandis. So the Roachmon is kind of there. You can just hard play it if you need to, evolve into Ultimate. It's fine. It's all good. We play 1 copy of the Blocker Kabuterimon. I want to play 2. I can't really find room for 2. But 1 is fine. Usually you're killing the opponent anyway. And this way, all your green champions cost 1 to evolve. And that's just fine. It's like not a big deal. Ultimately, you don't really need 2 of this if you're just killing your opponent anyway. So I guess 1 is fine. Not a big deal. And the last champion we're playing is 1 copy of Lobomon. Because we're playing blue Tamers. We're not playing green Tamers. So we're playing the 1 copy of Lobomon to put over our Davis for game. That's it. Just playing the one Lobomon. Have I opened hands with Lobomon before and no Davis? Absolutely. Have I played games with no Davis and Lobomon in hand? I have. It's not fun. It's basically a brick. But when it gets off, you know, it's very fun. It's very exciting. So we'll call it there with the champions and we'll on the ultimates. This is where it gets pretty consistent. 4 Okuamons, mini green ice wall when you evolve over it has piercing. Card's really good. And the mini ice wall activates when the opponent suspends a Digimon by your means or your opponent's means. They swing, lose memory, you suspend them, lose memory, whatever. And then 4 copies of Akua X. Anything you evolve on top of it costs 1 less. When Digivolving, if you have a Kumon on the traits, you suspend something. That's it. That's all this card's used for. Helps you get good value out of your Kuamon, makes it so that you can evolve in the Grandis and not pass turnover. Very good card. Megas. Playing 4 copies of Grand Kuwagamon. Yep, it's your Digiburst gain security. You need 4 copies of it. And you need 4 copies of Grandis Kuwagamon, because that's your actual big boss monster. This is the guy that attacks twice. So after you Digiburst a few times, you swing twice, do 5 damage. And then maybe if you're lucky, you'll Lobo for game. If you're lucky. Yeah. That's it for Digimon. That's it. Now we move on to the blue cards. The Davises. Yeah, for Davis. The theory here is that Davis always gets you a card. I've seen this card miss, but you know we're not gonna talk about that. Davis will always get you a card. It will always reveal a green card, and if you're really lucky, it'll add Lobomon to your hand too. So that's funny. That's I've never seen that happen to me personally, but yeah, that's fine. No big deal. And then we're just gonna go on to options here. The only like pure green option we play are just a 4 memory boost. You really, really, really do need it for consistency. I think this card's better than Davis because it's not a tamer. It just won't get nuked by Black War Greymon's existence. But you already have a good enough matchup with Black War Greymon. Not really a big deal. Green boost, you need them for memory, need them for the consistency. Really important. We're playing 3 copies of the Death that's Mega. The reason why the Blue Grandis is the Blue Grandis, Megadeth gives you an edge in certain matchups, like the mirror match, you know? You can just 5 cost bounce to hand or to suspend, bounce to hand. Ruin their whole day. It allows you to win the mirror match. It's a good removal option, it's a cheap removal option, and as long as you're Davis, which you will, you know, Megadeth's great. It's a good card. I remember one game in testing where I had Megadeth but no Davis, but I had green boosts, so I hard played a Lobo, and then Megadeth slipped me in the hand, and that won me the game. That was crazy. Can't draw Davises, but can draw Megadeth and Lobo. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so as long as Megadeth is either in security, or as long as you have Davis on the field, you're doing great. You're having the best time of your life. They're good against the mirror and other matchups as well. It is a little bricky against Black War Grey X. But the theory is your matchup is already good enough against it that you don't even need it. If you draw it, not a big deal. So there you go. And the last option is 1 copy of Ice Wall, because it's a blue option, it's limited. Why not play 1 Ice Wall? Because you will always draw it when you have Davises. You'll never not draw it if you don't have Davises. And you'll never just bottom deck it with green boosts and cool X antibodies and whatever else. Anywho, that's it for the deck profile. That is the blue-green Grandis deck. You can tell by my voice here that I'm not the most super excited about it, to be honest, but it is viable enough. Have a nice day, and let me know what you think. Goodbye.